This is vlog number 5. It's the 2nd of June 2025. If you remember on the other vlogs, we talked about Elijah, how he travailed on top of Mount Carmel, and he brought something that was in the spirit, a reality in the spirit, but he brought it into the natural and it rained. So that was a positive thing because it had no rain for 3 years. But also there's the other side of travailing, which is the warfare inside. And in Isaiah 42, verse 14, it says this: I have held my peace for a long time. I have been still and restrained myself. Now I will cry like a woman in travail. I will pant and I will gasp. And the purpose of this is to lay waste the mountains and the hills. So we see this type of travailing as a weapon of mass destruction with regards to the high places and the obstacles that the enemy has put in the way of God's people. So he says here that I've been still and restrained myself, and I've been quiet and held my peace. That means you've got to open your mouth, because all this power and intensity which is inside the believer has to come out, and it has to come out of your mouth. Now, when a woman gives birth, she is releasing a lot of noise out of her mouth. If it's a birth, whether it's a 3-hour labour, a 14-hour labour, whatever it may be, there is an intensity. It comes out of her mouth, the shout, the scream, the roar, the cry. So for us to be men and women of God who are travailing, we have got to allow what's in us to come out of us. And it's not pleasant. It's not quiet, nice, contemplative church life. It is very, very intense. And its purpose is to devastate the high places of the enemy, the structures of the enemy. Paul says it this way: the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual, for pulling down and demolishing strongholds. Strongholds are strongholds. Something that has a strong hold on a person. Something that has a strong hold on a city. Something that has a strong hold on a town or a village. Something that has a strong hold on the people of God in a certain area. These strongholds, or these demonic clamps and chains, need to be shattered. And the laying waste of these mountains is what travail does. So travail can bring good stuff into our lives, but travail can also demolish the bad stuff that's going on in the lives of God's people, or in cities, or in areas. It is essential that we allow ourselves to express the spirit of might and power which is in us. We have the Holy Spirit. And if you haven't got the Holy Spirit, get baptized in the Holy Spirit, get filled with the fire. Because this is not going to happen without him. You must acknowledge that he is. And he didn't disappear off planet Earth when the apostles all died out. The Holy Spirit is here, and he wants to give you fire, and he wants to increase his fire in you. He wants to increase his intensity in you, and he wants to travail, he wants to gasp, he wants to pant, he wants to roar, he wants to shout, he wants to press, he wants to push, he wants to groan through you, because there are mountains that need moving out of the way. There are satanic governmental structures in bloodlines that need to be removed. And nice prayers, church prayers, nice quiet prayers will not do it, because English, or whatever your language may be, is a foreign language, and tongues is a catalyst. For me, my personal testimony is this: that when I start speaking in tongues, there's a shift inside of my spirit. That's all the best way I can describe it. A shift in my spirit, and I move from tongues into roaring or shouting or travailing or pushing or pressing in a certain area. Mountains need to come down. Mountains, blockages, walls, demonic dimensions in bloodlines need to be shattered. And this is a now kingdom key for the 21st century. This is an apostolic grace that the Holy Spirit wants to put on his ecclesia, whichever part of the world you're living in, whatever city, whatever town, whatever village, whatever your circumstances. If there's mountains, if there's hills, if there's enemy structures that need to be demolished, shattered and erased, travail is the way to do it. The spirit of might needs to take control of you and me so these things can be done. He took control of Samson. He wants to take control of us. So remember, Jesus is Lord and the spirit of travail is with you.